Hello, welcome to the Vibrational Astrology forecast for the week of November 8 through 14. And this week, Jupiter and Pluto will be conjunct. So as we move through the week, here we are looking at the chart for Sunday, November 8th, as we move forward to the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. So by the 12th and 13th, which is Thursday and Friday. So heading into the middle latter part of the week, that conjunction is exact. And one of the ideas we have in vibrational astrology is that when the aspects become exact, you really feel them throughout the world, with this mundane forecasting. So this Jupiter-Pluto is going to become conspicuous. What does it mean? Go big, in 2 words. This is a week to explore, to get out. Well, we're still in a pandemic, and the pandemic is unfortunately increasing in a lot of the world. We may not be able to literally get out, perhaps, for many of us. But here we are on the internet. It's a time in one way or another to expand. Now, another idea in vibrational astrology is to see the context of that conjunction. Not only do we look at when it's super exact, like really right on, which is this week, we want to see the context of it, which means to see what vibrations it is in. And as I mentioned at the end of last week's forecast, what is happening is Neptune and Pluto are in a extremely tight. Let's see, here we are on Sunday. Look at this Neptune-Pluto. They're almost exactly conjunct, only slightly over 1 degree. And let's watch it through the week. So let's go to the time adjust. And Jupiter is going to be conjunct Pluto in every vibration because it's 1 point. They're at 1 point on the ecliptic plane. And that point of the Jupiter-Pluto, of course, is with Neptune. And there's Mars. Mars has moved away a little bit. But let's watch it through the week. Here we are on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we get up to Thursday, and oh my goodness, Jupiter, Neptune, and Pluto are within less than 1 degree. 3 planets within less than 1 degree. Mars has moved out of the configuration. It's 8 degrees away. So this becomes a powerful Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto, which I hinted at the end of last week. And I said the mood changes. Well, has the mood ever changed? I said that there would be trouble on election day. There was big trouble to the point on the next day, Wednesday, people started protesting and there was even some rioting and looting. Things got very tense, very difficult. And now, starting, the early part of this week, the Democrats are in a celebration mood. They're partying in the streets. And this big fulfillment. As Jupiter moves into that Neptune-Pluto, it's the time to go big, to celebrate, and not hold back. So, for example, again referring to the American political situation, Joe Biden has decided that he is president, even though it's being contested by Donald Trump, with the idea that there are some fraud going on during the election. He's going forward. It's the time to go forward. Biden is doing the right thing. In your own life, it's time to go forward. Go big. Because you want to go big with something that you've thought through. Don't go big on some wild speculation. People lose money. Lose all kinds of things. As we say here in the South where I live, not in northern Florida, don't bet the farm on it, right? So it's a time to go big with things that you've thought through. It's Jupiter-Pluto with Neptune in 13 vibration. So the mood has changed this week. It's go big. Find that dream. Find that thing to reach out. Become part of the global community. Now, however, the tone changes by the end of the week again. It's not a party through the whole week. I mean, there's some party feeling through the whole week, but it starts getting a little more tense towards the end of the week. And the way to see this is another little rule in vibrational astrology, which is midpoints. Midpoints are huge, even in vibrational charts, especially when they are super exact. Let me show you this. Why tension will build up at the end of the week. So all this going big, while Donald Trump and some of his supporters are questioning, why are you guys partying in the streets? You didn't win this election yet. So there's this feeling of celebration going big, and then it reaches a tension. So expect some tension, not only on the world scene, but you will see it. It's like a fractal reality. You will see this theme appearing in personal lives as well, that a feeling of going big, but be ready for people going big in opposite directions, which we see on that big canvas of the collective. You also see it in your lives as well. Let me show you where the tension builds up. Midpoints. So let me expand zoom in here. Okay, that should probably be big enough for most of you to see. Here we are on Sunday, right? So let's see, we are on Sunday, yes. And let's, whoops, what did I do here? Sunday, let me go back to midpoints. Okay, here we are. Now let's step through this. Here are these midpoint structures. I want to show you what happens at the end of the week. So here we are, Monday. Ooh, look at all these midpoint structures developing. Tuesday, what's happening with this stellium is you have Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto all together, and some of them will end up in the middle. So on Tuesday, Mercury is directly at Jupiter, Pluto, directly at Jupiter, Neptune. It's at, when I say directly, I mean it's at the midpoint, conjunct, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, very tight orbs. We get to Wednesday, you're going to start seeing something a little nastier going on. Mars is at Saturn, Uranus. Thursday, 2-minute orb. Whoa. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, heading into the end of the week, Mars is at the Saturn-Uranus midpoint. You'll see other midpoints, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn. Because what you have, and let me just show you Friday, the orb goes out to half a degree. So it's really Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What's happening when you have a stellium like this? Mercury, Jupiter, Mars, Pluto, Neptune. And Mercury is going to walk through this, right? Let me show you that again. Go forward one day. Mercury, it's the fastest planet among these, right? 2 days later, it's in the middle of it. So it walks through this very rapidly through the beginning part of the week. But you're still going to end up with midpoint structures. And this Mars over here is in between Saturn and Uranus, which are not part of the stellium. But the midpoint structures are important. So what it means is that things will come to a head towards the end of the week. The tension will build, and there'll be this feeling that we need a breakthrough. We need a decision. We need to change. This is something's got to happen. So there's going to be this feeling of, are we contesting this election? Can we do it? What's going to go on? And to come to some kind of resolution. What we'll also see when I forecast for the rest of this month is that there's going to be some likelihood of not everything getting resolved during the end of this week and finally getting resolved at the end of the month. So, bottom line is, as you head into the end of the week, be wary of people having conflicting visions. Let me say it again. Be wary of people having conflicting visions, having conflicting motivations, having conflicting goals. So while one person is dreaming that they want to have a holiday on a tropical island and the other person's having a vision that they want to get to some new level in their career through hard work, well, and these two people are connected, we have some conflict here. One person wants to be on an exotic island. The other person wants to be hard at work, in the laboratory or the library or whatever. It comes to a head towards the end of this week. So go big and then start to be aware. is your big celebration in conflict with someone else? So that thing we see on the American world stage politically is going to act itself out in many areas of life. So that's our forecast for this week. Let's see how it works out. The forecast for last week and also the week before, it's really stunning. I said there would be trouble on election day, and that I personally had doubts about it, but the astrology said it would be there. Wow, was that true? Here comes Jupiter. The mood has changed. We can see these changing moods. And we keep learning more about how this works. Not all of our forecasts are going to be 100% correct. We're learning more and more and more. What was it? Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, we started to realize the importance of these midpoint structures. I don't remember exactly how long ago, something like that. Maybe it was further back, or I don't know. But not that long ago, we started to realize these midpoint structures, when they're exact in these vibrational charts, they're huge. They're very, very powerful. You may say, David, 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago is not that recent. Well, I've been doing this since 1972. You know, I've been at this like almost every day. And making discoveries and seeing how things work is not so easy, right? I mean, if it was that easy, with relatively little effort, people could figure out how to cure all kinds of illnesses and diseases and etc. So making real discoveries and figuring out how things work it takes time, takes effort. So we haven't figured everything out yet, obviously. And one of the fun things about this forecast is to see, will it be true? Will this midpoint thing, will it correlate with more disturbance towards the end of the week and so on? So far, just about everything I've said is, I think, pretty obviously clear. And so it'll be interesting. Okay, my friends, thank you very much for listening. God bless. Namaste.